What if I told you your period isn't a weakness? It's actually a training advantage if you know how to use it. You see, most women are taught that to ignore their cycle, push through it, or simply just take the month off. But the truth is, your menstrual cycle is a built-in performance roadmap. Today, I'm breaking down why women should train with their cycle, not against it, and how it can change your strength, energy, and relationship with your body. If you're new here, my name is Tristan. I'm a personal trainer and fitness coach who believes that fitness isn't about punishment, but it's really about alignment. So, we're going to talk about how your hormones actually play a role in doing so, and it can work for you. Before I begin, shout out to my girl JP because she actually inspired this topic today. All right, got my notes in front of me, of course, as always. So, you know that the woman's cycle takes after the moon. Just digress real quick. It takes after the moon, so it's like a 28, 30-day cycle, I think, right? But 28 days roughly, right? Uh, and the women in certain ciphers or circles are even called the moon because they reflect the light off the sun, or they will reflect their mate or their man who they're dealing with. They borrow the light from the man, right? But even um crops, farmers use the moon to plant crops. I know one guy, before I go into it, I had a patient one time that told me he cut his hair with the moon. He'll know how to cut it because it will grow back faster if he cuts it back a certain time. So he'll know when to cut his hair so his hair can take its time to grow back, which I found very interesting. It's the same principle with farming and planting crops. And you'll see how we can use that same cycle or same knowledge kind of to help you push through with your fitness goals. So the problem now is that they want to train the same every day. With the fitness industry, remember, it's mostly male hormone cycles, so which means we reset every 24 hours. With women, it's not like that because of hormonal changes, right? So, like I stated earlier, women operate with a 28-ish day hormonal rhythm, and it forces the intensity every single day, which often leads to like burnout, hormonal imbalance, poor recovery, plateaued results, and feeling like your body is fighting you. But it's just not inconsistent. It's just you're not synchronized with it. So this is why I always say fitness is more about a self-awareness, and you have to listen to your body in order to get the body. Your body talks to you. You just have to listen to it. And the more you become aware, that's how you get the body that you desire. All right. So for those who don't know, your cycle for women, the cycle's in four phases, right? So it's like seasons, just like the earth, right? Another cycle in certain circles also women are called the earth, right? So the menstrual phase, which goes from day one to day five, is like your body's reset, right? Your energy is low. This is the time you take for recovery, right? So they say around this time you want to do a lot of walking, mobility, stretching, light resistance, and breath work. If you look at my other video, I think about body game, how we use the masculine and feminine principles in our training to get the most optimal out of our fitness regimen, right? So this is not laziness. This is just like by doing this method, this approach is not laziness. If you're not pushing hard, it's really just restoration, kind of okay. Then you have phase two, which is a follicular stage, which is days 16 to 14. This is like your rebirth stage, right? Your estrogen is rising, motivation increase, so you're up. Your nervous system is primed to learn and adapt. Best training methods called strength training, skill building. So definitely like the compound lifts when they talk about skills, and trying new movements and moderate to heavy lifts. Also, with when you lift moderate to heavy, it also sends different synapses to your brain because it's putting stress on your nervous system, which is definitely triggering your flight or fight mode, and you definitely want to fight. So that's why you push through, and that's why sometimes even lifting challenging weight or heavy weight, you end up breathing heavy. So that's your CNS kicking in. But once you get used to it, your body's like, okay, I've been here before, and they know how to adjust to the weight. All right. Phase three is my favorite phase. Is ovulation phase. If you're a guy, you got a girl, you know why. Although I ain't got no babies, I'm doing some baby making activity. I stay focused. Right. This is days 15 to 17. This is the power window. if you know. Strength, coordination, and social energy peak is at its high. You're more resilient here. We know that. And your best training, heavy lifts. Some say even going to more PR, hit training, and athletic performance. Your energy is definitely more higher at this time. If you're a guy, make sure you rest. Also, if you have a lady close by, make sure you get your rest and take your vitamins and say your prayers because it'll be a long couple days. This is where you go for. This is where the time where women has to push. This phase right here, days 15 to 17, during the ovulation phase, you're just not releasing the egg, but it's energy that you're releasing. That's why you're so up, up and ready to go and conquer the world, so to speak, right? Give birth and all that good stuff. Or receive, yeah, anyway. And then fourth, not last but not least, the luteal phase. This phase teaches discipline and awareness. So your energy is slowing down a little bit, so recovery needs to increase. So this is more best training tips is more for like controlled strength, some Pilates, tempo work, low volume but higher focus. So you're more intentional during this phase, and this is where you train with precision and intensity. All right. Now, this changes everything because when the women with their cycle, they're experiencing, better fat loss when you train during your cycle. Why I say you should train, because it helps with better fat loss. You improve your gains, less injury. You actually reduce PMS symptoms, which makes sense because you're increasing blood flow, which is very good. And a deeper connection to their body or to your body. This is where like I said, we want to be more aligned. So you stop fighting yourself and you start leading your body intelligently. And just a quick dietary tip during your first couple of weeks, your heavy days on your cycle, I said if you eat meat, eat a steak or anything that's high in iron, because remember you're losing a lot of blood and you want to replace that. So any foods that's rich in iron, like steak, I think kidneys, what else? I think so there's some leafy greens that's high. I think callaloo is one, or spinach. So you could look into that if you're more plant based. But always replace that, especially the first 2 days. But I know the first day, you want to replace you want to eat meals. Replace what you've lost with meals that are high in iron. All right. So when you're doing your training, right? The cycle doesn't stop you from showing up. I know a lot of people will talk about, oh, my stomach hurt, blah, 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 blah. Yes, I know it's very challenging, but you can go through it, right? And this is how you become more aware with your body, because you shouldn't stop going to the gym. Most people still go to work anyway, you know what I'm saying? So this is where, like I spoke about the masculine and feminine energy earlier, where the masculine is saying to push harder, but the feminine has to be a little bit more intelligent, like apply force at the right time. So you have to be a little bit more strategic during this time to get the optimal results, And this is where it comes into self-mastery with that form of expression with your fitness journey as well. Like I said, this is about alignment and more of self awareness. All right. So don't use your cycle as an obstacle. Use it as something to help you, like a built-in guide, right? But you have, like I said, you have to be willing to listen to your body. This is where you're like in tune with it. And this is where it gets from a different level of your training, for a different form of expression. Like I always talk about with the physical, when you're learning the new techniques, then the mentals, the mind muscle connection, and then the spiritual is like when it just starts to flow. You know how to master and harmonize the masculine and feminine energy to produce something harmonious, which is the highest expression of training, almost like Goku doing Ultra Instinct, you know? Um, if you want to learn more about this in a training program that's more aligned for you, shoot me a DM or leave cycle in the comments of this video, or just click the description in the click the link in the description, pardon me, in this video, and I'll reach out to you and see if we can work together. All right. So ladies, don't use this as an excuse. Get more in tune with your body. And I like to see more of you ladies definitely on the weighted side of the gym, not just cardio alone. All right. This is Alchemy Fitness signing off, where we transfer you from lead to gold. Train hard, train smart, and train safe. Peace.